So had to stay home today, so we're gonna do notes this way. These won't take too long. These are types of clouds. You're gonna be handwriting these notes in your notebook, so I hope you have your notebook out and ready. Okay, you're gonna need to make a chart in your notebook. You'll probably want to take up most of the page. You'll need to have 4 rows and 4 columns. Space them out so that you have enough room, especially in the third column. The third column right here is where you'll have your facts, so that will take up the most space there. You'll want to give yourself probably about 6 lines per type of cloud. So like in the cirrus section, give yourself about 6 lines, maybe 5 to 6. Same thing with cumulus. Stratus is going to be the one with the most notes, so you may want to give yourself a line or 2 more. And then cumulonimbus. So it'll look, your chart, something like this. You'll want to give your third column, again, the most space. So do that, and then pause this while you're finishing that, and then you can continue. Okay. So the first type of cloud is the cirrus cloud. So cirrus, you'll find at the highest altitude, so the highest one up. Cirrus clouds are super thin, feathery, and bright white. You're not ever going to see a gray cirrus cloud. And these are so high up in the atmosphere that they are made entirely of ice crystals. Sometimes they will kind of forecast for what kind of weather is occurring. Usually that means it's going to be slightly windy, but it will be clear. So these are not the kind that will precipitate. The fourth column, this picture here, you are drawing a picture of a cirrus cloud. And I know sometimes it's hard to draw clouds. So I just kind of like do wisps that look like just like a bunch of Nike symbols. Whatever, just wisps, right? Feathery wisps. These have been nicknamed mare's tails clouds. A mare is a horse, so they say that it looks like a bunch of horse tails up in the sky, which I think is pretty accurate. So that's cirrus. Your next one are the cumulus clouds. These are your stereotypical clouds, the puffy white ones. You'll find cumulus clouds at mid-altitudes. They are puffy and white. Oftentimes you'll see them with flat bottoms, so not so much this picture, but like this one here, and then these where you see that kind of dark line on the bottom, that marks the point where it switches over to condensation. So if you remember from our lab yesterday, we talked about how there gets to be a level of the atmosphere where at a certain point it is cold enough that it switches over from just water vapor in the air and it switches to condensation, making it into tiny water droplets. So that is the level at which condensation occurs and makes the cloud. Cumulus clouds are fair weather clouds. These particular cumulus clouds will not precipitate. And again, you need to draw a picture. So those are cumulus. Next are stratus. So stratus clouds are at the lowest altitude. Stratus, strata, that prefix always means layers. So these are the layered clouds, layers of them. And as you think of a layer, think of one that covers over a very large area, kind of blankets over a very large area, and it blocks out the sun. So it's really hard to tell where the beginning and ending to a stratus cloud is. Sometimes stratus clouds will precipitate, not all of them. But when they do, they are called nimbostratus, which just means it's precipitating, it's rainy. This kind of rain is not going to be a thunderstorm. This kind of rain is like the drizzly kind of rain that we just had over the weekend, where it's gray all day and it just kind of is drizzly. Also, fog would be considered a low-lying stratus cloud. So when you draw your picture for this, I always have students not quite sure how to draw this. So just kind of draw like a layered look of a cloud. Obviously, yours does not need to match mine. This is more so for your guidance on the next quiz, so you would know which is which. And last, okay, I don't want to cover up the awesome picture. Okay, so cumulonimbus. Now, if the raining stratus cloud was called nimbostratus, so clearly that nimbo addition to the word is what shows that it's precipitating. So this is a precipitating cumulus cloud. It has changed all character of cumulus, so it is a totally separate category of cloud. These are found in all altitudes, so these grow vertically. They are not just in one low, middle, or high, they're in all of them. So these are the thunderstorm clouds, obviously indicating very bad weather. Within a cumulonimbus cloud, you will get heavy rain, high winds, lightning, thunder, possible hail, and then if it continues, tornadoes and such. So this is the thunderstorm cloud. Tomorrow, we're going to learn about exactly how they are formed, but just know that they grow vertically. That's what makes that anvil shape. So at the very top, like I tried to pick a picture that showed that anvil shape. As they grow vertically, they're going to hit the ceiling of the atmosphere, which is the troposphere, so the end of the troposphere. Once they hit that, it branches out because it's still wanting to move upward. And since it's met its ceiling, it's going to spread out at the top. So that's what makes that anvil shape. No other cloud can do that. So this is very unique to it. And like I said, we'll talk about this more tomorrow. So just kind of recap the types of clouds. This picture does a great job. So if you really are interested in this topic, understand that there are a lot of subcategories for clouds. As you can see, there's like stratocumulus, altocumulus, cirrocumulus. Like there are a lot more different ones, but I just went over the main ones with you. So those are your types of clouds, and you are finished.